So if you are using your fitness tracker, go ahead and you can do high intensity interval training or functional strength, depending on how you're feeling. And we're gonna start with an inchworm, so make sure you have that space in front of you, and give me a nice big deep breath. Inhale, press up to the sky, grab the floor, and walk yourself out into a nice high plank position. One leg comes up, open up the chest and the shoulders to the ceiling. Good, bring it back down into a high plank. Other leg goes up, open up to the ceiling, back into your high plank. Now in this high plank right here, I want you to drive your shoulders down the rib cage and kind of brace through your core, right through the ribs. Push into a down dog, just gentle one, back into your high plank and walk it out. So every time you hit that high plank, go ahead and roll it up. I want you to really brace through the rib cage. Let's go again. Deep breath, inhale, all the way up, all the way down, and walk it out. Good, one leg up, stretch to the sky. Good, brace through that core and that plank. Other side, open up, back into your high plank. Brace that core nice and strong. Now keep it braced as you pull into your down dog. Give yourself a little stretch here. If you'd like to pedal out, you can. And then bring it back into a high plank and walk it in. And roll it up. Last time. Nice big deep breath, inhale. Press up to the sky, all the way down. And we're gonna walk it out. Good. One leg up, open through the chest and the shoulders. Back into that high plank, squeeze that core. Other leg up, open through the chest and the shoulders. Back into that high plank, squeeze that core nice and strong. Drop your knees. Give me 3 easy warm-up push-ups. Good, back into your high plank and then walk it back in. And roll it up. Good. All right, we are gonna get into our Turkish get-ups. These are gonna be full. We've done half before. Don't panic, I will give you options for other things if you don't like them. Now, I'm gonna show you without a bell in my hand. And you're welcome to walk through it with me if you want to, but you can also watch first. So I have my straight leg and my straight arm, my bent leg, and this arm's gonna have a dumbbell. I'm actually gonna use my elbow to roll up. Keep that bell pointed to the sky. Come up to the hand. I'm gonna push into a tripod. I'm gonna tuck this leg behind me. Now look which direction it's facing. It's facing towards the wall. And then I'm gonna square everything up and stand up. And then I'm gonna reverse it. So I'm gonna come here, then I'm gonna come back onto that hand, tripod, and I'm holding my bell up this whole time. Drop to my hips and slowly back down again. So that is a full Turkish get-up. Now, if you try it and you're just not in the mood for it, or you just know you don't want to do that today, that is fine. Keep your dumbbell, right? And you're just gonna do bent arm and dumbbell, straight leg and straight arm, and we can do the half Turkish get-ups right here, okay? So you can choose, but for the first Tabata, they're gonna go right, left, right, left, right, left. So I'll be talking through that as you learn it. Like I said, we have lots of opportunities. So I'm gonna get our timer started and I'll meet you on the ground. All right, ready? On your mark, get set, go. I'm gonna talk it through. If you already know, so I'm up here, I'm gonna go into my tripod, bring that leg back, square it up. If you already know them, you do not have to stay with me. I'll probably only get through one. And then I'm gonna come back and I turn that leg a little bit, back to my tripod and roll it down. Good, and rest. I'm gonna talk through one more on the other side. And then again, you guys don't have to wait for me if you already know what you're doing. And I'm gonna come up into that half Turkish get-up, press into a tripod, bring that leg back, square everything, stand up. I go back down, come here, back out into the tripod, and roll it down. Good. And rest. All right, I'm gonna switch sides. I'm gonna stop talking you through it. You can continue on with me. Or you can do the halves. On your mark, get set, go. So whatever side you're on, you would just do the half Turkish get-ups. It is a full body exercise, way more than we think. And recover. I usually get 1.5, sometimes I get 2, depends on how heavy I'm lifting in that 20 seconds. On your mark, other side, get set and go. All the way up. Brace through the core the whole time, using your core the entire time, but it's also an excellent way, 1.5, and rest. It's an excellent way to warm your body up too. All right, we're going again, friends. Ready? On your mark, get set and go. Roll it all the way up. Good. And you can decide how much weight you want to work and recover. We have three more rounds. On your mark, get set, go. Whoop. Getting fatigued. Ugh. Get myself up and down off the ground. And recover. All right, one more on each side. Hopefully you can feel how this does get you warm quickly. On your mark, get set, go. And it's really full body, but you have got to brace that rib cage to get all the way through it. And recover. Slowing down. All right, last round. On your mark, get set, and go. Oh, and rest. All right, good job. Okay, friends, we are going into our regular Tabatas, but we're still going to be focusing on core. So in this one, we are going to do power squats with a quarter turn. So they're kind of bunny hop power squats. I'm going to pick a side to go to first. And so again, I'm just doing bunny hops. I'm not doing big giant power hops, power jumps. So you can pick, and I'll trade different sides each round. If you don't want to do any impact, let's just do some squat calf raises, or you can also do the bunny hops in place if spinning around isn't what you're in the mood for. After that, we're gonna do bicycle crunches. So 1, 2, 3, and that leg comes up, down. 1, 2, 3, and up, down. And it will change automatically. It will alternate sides. So, power squats. Our first quarter turn if you'd like, or in place, or low impact. On your mark, get set, and go. So, doing little baby bunny hops right here, but I'm getting that squat position, quarter turn. Now, if your knees are at all grumpy, let's not take that turn into it. If you're okay to hop, just hop in place and rest. Good. All right, we're going down for the bike crunches. I'm gonna be huffing and puffing, so my apologies ahead of time. And we've got 1, 2, 3, and up, down. 1, 2, 3, and up, down. Boom. Now, if you're not a fan of the up, down, just keep your bike and you can hold it for just a moment on that side and rest. It's just really good to get that. We move, 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 and then hold for a moment. But you don't have to do the leg if you don't like it. On your mark. Get set and go. Good. Breathe it out. Don't let your breath get ahead of you. Yeah. And rest. Good job. All right, back down for bicycles. Part of this workout right here, getting up and down, ready and go. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this particular Tabata was in my post for today on Instagram. If you love it enough that you want to go back and revisit it again. On your mark, get set and go. So, really get control of that breath. And if you need to change anything, right? Whether you're moving, whether you're high impact or low impact, and rest. Beautiful job. Woo! And go. My watch just tried to answer a question for me. Oh man, I forgot the leg. I was just biking away. And recover. Whew. All right, forgot all about it. All right, last round for power squats. Ready and go. And rest. Nice. All right, we're going down. Bikes, 3 times in a leg, 3 times in a hold, or just bike. Ready and go. 1. And rest. Woo! All right, friends, we are moving on. More cardio, more core, yay. We are gonna do double bounce jacks. So regular jumping jacks, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you wanna go low impact, one side, add a calf raise in the middle. One side, add a calf raise, so you're still working that lower leg really hard. And if you want to do regular jacks, high or low, you can do that too. Then we're gonna go down, we're gonna do reverse curls up in the air. I usually put my hands under my hips. So right here, I'm gonna let my legs go down as far as I can, holding onto my core. I'm not gonna let my back come off the ground. And then lift. Slow down and lift. All right? So we're gonna start with double bounce jacks in 10 seconds. Grab a step. Whew. All right. On your mark. Get set and go. So 2 in each place, if you like that. Pay attention to the knees, that they're facing forward, and we don't let them valgus in. So keep them forward. And recover. Beautiful job. All right. A little air in here. It's hot in this room. Reverse lifts. On your mark, get set, and go. So I usually start with the down. Only go as far as you can without lifting your back off the floor. So if I go way down, my back starts to arch, and then I'm not using my belly anymore. I'm just using my back muscles. And recover. Good. And it's just to where your strength is. That's all we need to measure right there. On your mark. Get set and go. Boom, boom. Good. Sorry, my mic is bouncing. Yeah. And rest. Good job, all the way back. So I have options here too. I'll talk you through them. You just do what you're happy with, unless you need another option. On your mark, get set, go. So you could stay with the legs down as low as you're comfortable, and then just bring them up and stay there. Just do that. You could also just do the reverse lifts if you like those alone. So you don't have to do the whole thing. And rest. One works. They both work the rectus abdominis, which is in the middle, and it runs, on your mark, get set and go. It runs from your sternum to your pubic bone. So the lower leg part, lowering the legs, works a little bit higher up here, where the reverse curl works a little bit more low in the rectus abdominis, which is also where the transverse abdominis crosses. So both good for you. On your mark, get set, go. And again, by keeping my hands a little bit under my hips, for me, that protects my low back. So I will say too, if you're feeling any low back problems, rest. And you're not taking the legs down too low, but you're still having problems with low back pain, then just switch. And you can change it to a dead bug or something else, ready and go, that works better for your body. Because we do not want to cause back pain while we're working out. Rest. Last round of these. Woo. On your mark, get set and go. So lots of control on the legs down, but also on the reverse curl down. And recover. Nice. Okay. So this is going to get us some lateral movement. We are going to do just one shuffle and a punch across. All right, so whatever side you decide to start on, one shuffle, punch across. One shuffle, punch across. That's your cardio. Now, if you have little tiny, like 3s or 2s, or if you're feeling strong, you could do 5s. I usually do 3s or 2s, and you want to hold them in your hands for your punches, please feel free to do that. I don't have my little guys out yet. And then after that, we're gonna do trunk rotations, but we're gonna do them smaller and faster. So if you usually do them on the floor, do them on the floor. If you usually do them in the air, do them in the air. But instead of going here, I'm gonna go here. So I'm going smaller and faster, okay? Whew, I'm already tired. All right, shuffle, punch it across. On your mark as I go. And just push. Now I do get a little rotation. So if you're working with those bells, rotating and putting the palm downward, you can put a little extra work on the shoulder. If it doesn't feel good, put them in that neutral position. Boom, yeah. All right, micro trunk rotations. So, micro trunk rotations. Small and fast. Ready and go. Small and fast right here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, small and fast. So I'm not going all the way to the floor, kind of staying in my center, like about maybe a quarter of that whole half circle. And rest it out. All right, get ready for your shuffles. I'm just gonna show you. So when I'm here, if this is my half of my circle, I'm going here. Go ahead and start your shuffle punches. So I'm just inside a quarter of that half circle to the middle. Keep going. Shuffle, shuffle, punch. Good. Just slide it across. If you're wanting 0-0 rest impact, you can step it instead of shuffling. All right, here we go. Micro, micro. Ready and go. So I am a quarter of my rotation, but the middle quarter. Yeah. Oh, I can feel these, man. Whew. And recover. All right. Back up for a shuffle. Shuffle punch. On your mark, get set and go. Boom. Yeah. Keep going. You got it. Yes. And recover. Good job. All right, we're going back down. Microscopic rotation, little and fast. On your mark, get set, go. Breathe it out. And rest it out. All right, one more set through here, friends. This is our 4th Tabata we're about to finish. So we have 2 more to do after this. On your mark, as I go. Shuffle. Yes. Be careful. Anybody using weights, don't pop the elbow out. Like when I don't have weights in my hand, I pop it. You want to push and pull. You don't want to snap that elbow. Probably should have said that sooner instead of on the last one. All right, here we go. Micro trunk rotations. On your mic, just go. Good. Increase or decrease intensity by raising or lowering your weight, by feet up or feet down, by how far you go back or up, right? Always to make it rest a little bit more challenging or a little less challenging, whatever you're in the mood for that time. Okay, number 5, we are burpee to a 4-point. I love these. I think they're better, or easier, I should say, than burpees, but hands go on the floor or on your wrist supports or an elevated surface. I'm in a 4-point, knees are off the ground, and then I reach up. So you can also step into a 4-point if you prefer. That's perfectly fine. All right, after that, we're gonna go into a modified side plank. You can cushion your knee and or your foot, your elbow if you'd like to. So this is the only leg out, and I'm gonna pull elbow to knee and then stretch as long as I can, even like almost an arc, okay? Of course, that'll switch from side to side. So we have 10 seconds, and we're gonna start with burpee 4 points. And you just gently, it almost like you melt into the floor on that 4-point. You can do it with gliders if you have them. On your mark, get set, go. You won't jump at all, right? If you have gliders, you'll just slide to that position, then slide back in. So you'll only want the balls of your feet on the gliders if you choose that. And rest. All right, side plank. We got this. I think I'm talking to myself. All right, big stretch, ready and go. Elbow to knee, make a big stretch. Boop. Yep, oh, too close to my touch. Yes. Now, I am doing this intentionally modified and recover. I think it is plenty challenging in a modified plank. After you do the next one modified, You're welcome to try to do it on a full plank if you'd like to, up on the foot. Boom. And recover. Good job. So, of course, we're gonna do that same plank, but on the other side. If you did it modified last time, do it this time to be even. Ready and go. And then on the next two, if you're somebody that wants to crank it up to a regular plank, you absolutely can. I will not be joining you for that one. And recover. Good job. All right. So we're back to that burpee to a 4-point. On your mark, get set, and go. Now, the wider I take my legs out, I can still do it this way and just keep a wide 4-point. I have less flexion at the knee. So if the knees are feeling a little crunchy, they don't want to flex that deep, then just take it a wider stance and see if that helps. All right, here we go, friends. You guys that want to do a full plank, you can. Good. Now I am trying to open my hip so that my elbow and my knee are, in line with the wall instead of in line with the ceiling and the floor here. But rest. It really depends on your flexibility in your hip joint. It's not necessarily a right or wrong. All right, here we go. Last time, burpee, 4-point, ready, and go. Whoop. And recover. All right, last side plank. On your mark, get set and go. Good. Keep going. We only have one more Tabata left. And recover. Nice job. All right, we are going into our final Tabata. We are gonna do mountain climbers as usual, and then we're gonna do suitcase, kind of a combination between a suitcase crunch and a dead bug. So first, right, you've got your mountain climbers. You can use wrist supports if you'd like to. Then you just get to flop over, similar to a dead bug. You're gonna make a 90-degree with your legs, with your knees, and 90 at your hip. You're gonna hold up, and then one leg alternating goes out. I'm trying to take that leg out as low as I can without the big arch. So mine may not go parallel to the floor. But, and it could even just be up here, right? Whatever gives you the intensity that you need in your tummy. So I'm gonna get my wrist supports, and we have about 13 seconds, and then mountain climbers are gonna be first. But this is our final Tabata. So give it everything you got, friends. Ready? On your mark, get set, and go. Good. Leave those hips down nice and low. We are climbing a mountain. We don't want to be. And rest. We don't want to be a mountain. Good job. All right. So as we get ready for this suitcase, it's just like you have your legs hiked up on a suitcase. Lift the shoulders. Now, if your neck is working harder than your abs, there's a couple things I want you to do. Keep going. One is to make a hammock. Think about making a hammock out of your hands for your head. The other is you could just take your head down to the floor, rest. So you could just leave the head on the floor like we would in a dead bug and do the legs. On your mark. Get set and go. Shoulders down and recover. All right, suitcase, dead bugs. On your mark, get set and go. So we want the abs doing most of the work here. I also sometimes put my thumb kind of at the base of my skull, and that helps to relax my neck a little bit. And recover. Excellent job. Back to those mountain climbers, round 3. On your mark, get set and go. I'm always pointing, or I try anyway, to find neck. Things that could be fixed or made easier with the neck, with core stuff. This has been like 23 years ago now. In a car accident, I got lateral whiplash, and my neck has never been the same. But for the most part, yeah, go ahead and start, yeah. It's just when I do core work, and that's probably because my core's not strong enough, right? So my neck's trying to help. But I work on it, and I'm working on, you know, certain things, being able to do them while supporting the neck. And recover. All right. Y'all, this is our last set. Last set. We're not happy about that. On your mark, get set, go. So, we worked that core muscularly today, but we also, I hope you got some decent cardio in. Huffing and puffing just a little bit. Just slightly uncomfortable. And rest. One more time. And that is, cardio is actually the best way to trim, so to speak, to shape and trim our abdominal muscles, our abdominal region, is with cardio. Because we're working on the strength for the core, but that doesn't make the extra stuff go away. It just makes really strong abs, which are amazing. And rest. Pull the knees into the chest for just a moment and roll yourself up to a seated position. I'm gonna change our music and I'll be right back with you. All right, so one leg out and let's lean forward into it. Lengthening through that hip flexor. Try to put some weight in the hips and bring your tailbone down towards your leg and bring your pubic bone up towards your belly button. Good, draw everything backwards. Peel that front foot off the floor. Lengthen through your hamstring, lengthen through your spine. And then come all the way up. Bring that leg to a 90 degree. Take the opposite hand and open up through the chest and the shoulders. Drop that shoulder low and look and reach as far as you're able to. Don't force it, just go to your point of tension without being too brutal. And then come back square. One hand on your thigh, one hand up, and a nice side stretch. Oh, those fast trunk rotations get me. All right, other leg. I'm just gonna turn around. So other leg out. Good, and then lean into it. Now, once you get there, tailbone down to the floor, pubic bone up towards your belly button, up towards the ribs. That lengthens that back leg a little bit. Good job. And then drive it backwards, peel that front foot off the floor.
I can try to stop it. All I like, hands down, I've lost this fight.
Good, bring it all the way up into that 90 degree position. One hand on the outside of the thigh, and then open up. Drop that shoulder down, and then just go as far as you can without forcing it too hard. And back to the center, one arm up, and a nice side angle stretch. Oh. And let's use that leg to stand all the way up. Good. And give me a nice big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale, and you are done.